My name is Marcina, and I first came to Trusted Mentors through a facility called the Seeds of Hope. Last year in April, I finally surrendered to a substance abuse problem that I had, and I went into this program, and it was a good program, and towards the end, I was hooked up with the Urban League. And what I mean by hooked up, I did a job readiness program for them. But by me relapsing and being into my addiction, I remember losing everything. And I remember going back to this Urban League and asking this lady, can you please help me find a job? And she was like, Marcina, you need to go and get you some help. So once again, to go backwards, I got into the Seeds of Hope and did very well there. I worked in some odds and ends jobs, and so finally I get a phone call from Shelly, and she says, we've got a referral saying that you wanted a mentor. And I said, yeah, that's me. And she says, well, we found you somebody. And I'm like, oh boy, okay. Because being in active addiction and you come in from the streets and you come into this place and you got to learn how to trust and love and let people in, it was real hard for me to do that, but it was the right thing to do because I needed the help. I also have a sponsor from NA, because that's what I am. I'm a recovering addict and I go to Narcotics Anonymous. So in there you have to have a mentor there too. So I have a sponsor. So I was like, well, you know what? Every little bit helps. What can it hurt to let somebody else into Marcina's life? And we met, and it was just like, wow, I like this lady. She's really cool. When she came in, she was like model material, and I was like, oh my God. And I was like, okay, I can get with this. She's got these, dress skills. And I'm like, oh, I like them. Because I like something too. You know what I'm saying? So we met and we started talking and communicating, and it was like, wow, and we just clicked. I don't know. It was just like a match made in heaven. And she, I went over who I was, and she went over who she was, and the different areas in life that she's come from, and different areas of life that I've come from, because to believe it or not, my life was not always involved in active addiction. I was a middle-class child from a middle-class home. My mother gave me the best, but I made some choices in my life, that led me around the wrong people and incarcerations and all kind of things and different help facilities. But it wasn't until that I asked God to help me that the help came available to me. So, it was just a real big part of, and I'm not crying because I'm sad, I'm crying because I'm happy. Mm-hmm. For real, these are happy tears. Mm-hmm. I just completed a STAR program, another job readiness program to help me get back into society, to give me the skills that I was lacking. I've always had them survival jobs. I've always had them jobs, at McDonald's and Wendy's and, front desk clerk, but I never worked for something that meant anything. It was just, just making a paycheck. So I went through this program, and I just finished this program, and I would call Juliet every day. I made it another week. And she was like, okay, hey, just keep going. And that's been part of our discussions, a lot of encouragement. It's been a lot of tears, it's been a lot of sweat. It's mainly on my part. She's always calm, cool, collected, It's gonna be okay, Marcina, And I want to say, where do you get this, this calm coolness from? but I know because she loves God just like I did. And I've let him in my life also, you know. And it's been a wonderful change, you know, being a mentee, you know. It's not as bad as I thought it was gonna be. It's really, you know, because you know, you coming in, you know, I'm like, oh my God, you know, and this lady's gonna talk me to death, and she's gonna, you know, pick me apart, and you know, and you know, you have all these things going on of, you know, just like you said, the 3-year-old, you know, it was like I was like that 3-year-old. Oh my God, you know, but I don't know. I've grown up in a process, you know. Celebrated over a year clean, you know. It's been a great thing with me. I'm really planning on, you know, I started working at St. Vincent's Monday in the surgical department as a patient care tech. You know, yeah, you can be an addict like me, oh my goodness, you know, but I still believe that I got something to offer because I got compassion. You know, I got compassion for people that suffer, you know, or that's been through some things, you know, so I can relate to that recovery process. You know, you lost your legs, but I lost a great big gap in my life, and I'm still on that recovering process. You know, sometimes I wish it was just something that was, you know, cut off. At least I can know it was there, and you know, I can work with it. With the things that I struggle with, it's all blocked up here. You know, and that's a real big struggle to be locked into your own mind, having the key to unlock it. You know, so it's been a struggle, but it's been an awesome journey. You know, I would have came better dressed, you guys, but I just got out of a suit, being there in 6 weeks wearing a suit, and I was just like, you know, we're gonna just, you know, God, take it as you take it, you know. So I just thank everyone, and please, you know, please support this because we need you. That's all I got.